again, baby, I can't rest until I'm Rogan. Until I'm getting paid 100 M's to do this, I cannot rest. Well, it's $100, I take that too. But no, seriously. So I'm gonna get to my opening monologue now, right? And it's about silo culture. We all know what a silo is, right? A silo is a thing that they store grain in, and everything that's like in the silo is protected from everything outside that could taint it, damage it, or expose it to air, right? Silos also are used to house nuclear missiles. I don't know if you all knew that. But here's what happens when things are removed from the silo, right? When the missiles are removed from the silo, oh, hell breaks loose. Now, granted, they haven't been removed from the silos, but if those nuclear missiles are removed from those silos and go up in the air, it's going to be a problem. Just like if a silo is penetrated, that grain that's inside that silo can go everywhere. So the silo is a safe place, but once you're no longer in your silo, there's going to be chaos around you. And that's what's happening in society today. We're living in silos. We're living amongst people who only believe what we believe, right? We only talk to people who have our beliefs. And then once we are confronted with a belief system, a belief that is different from us, we explode. And that explosion causes chaos. When you're sheltered in your echo chamber, you are more likely to respond with hostility because you've not been exposed to a stimulus other than the stimulus that stimulates you. Okay, are you following me here? Because here's what we're seeing. The world is becoming more and more polarized day in and day out. And these phones that we have, these social media apps that we use, they tailor what we see based on what we like, based on what we want to see or what they think we want to see. And because of that, we are not exposed to views that counter our views often. So when it happens to us, especially in person, a thing that many of us are getting worse and worse at, we don't know how to act. We explode. And it turns into chaos. Two things can be right. But the more we shut people away for having differences, the further away we get from right. And it's not about being right all the time. It's about getting to right, figuring out what right is. Because I want to talk to people who would challenge my views. I want to have heated discussions. I want to have heated debates. I want to have conversations that don't result in conflict, but they turn into constructive criticism and learning. Like, hey, Donald Eli, you've been in my comments. And I told you, hey, come to the inbox. We can have a conversation. Come to the platform. We can have a conversation. But for people who just want to cast their judgment, who want to live in their own echo chamber, hey, you live there. But guess what? There's a big, bad world outside of that. And you need to prepare yourself for that world. There is nothing wrong with like-minded people who support you and help you grow. But it's nothing like painful growth. Somebody who tells you you're wrong, they tell you why you're wrong and how you're wrong, that makes you go back to the drawing board. But look, man, the world we live in is not trying to tear us apart. It's tearing us apart. And in order for us to get where we need to be, we have to understand collaboration and cooperation so that we can get cohabitation.